One very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us for the Stanton Chase Gamechangers series. We go way back when it comes to meeting each other. I think our first collaboration dates back at least 10 years ago. At that moment, you were still the Vice President General Manager for TE Connectivity's Network Solutions division, which is a huge multinational company. Today we meet in a rather different setting. I mean, we are at Schréder. So thank you so much for joining. Maybe you can briefly introduce Schréder. Where are we today?
Thank you, Kristof, for the invitation. And indeed, Schréder is a global leader for outdoor lighting solutions, where we focus on applications in cities, roads, tunnels, sport infrastructure, and select industry segments. And we basically provide sustainable and smart lighting solutions. We are a Belgian company, headquartered also in Belgium, fully family owned, exists since 115 years, of which we are very proud. And we are currently active in around 70 countries around the globe, with around 2,500 people and a turnover of about €500 million.
The lighting industry is a very large industry without any doubt. So how does Schréder position itself in the market?
Well, the outdoor lighting industry is still quite fragmented. So on one hand, we face a lot of smaller local competitors that are active in a country or in a few countries. And they are excellent in, I would say, customer intimacy, customer proximity, agility also. They understand very well the local market circumstances. On the other hand, we face a number of much larger competitors. Although we are a leader in our industry, some of those competitors are part of much larger multinationals. And those people are very strong, I would say, on global know-how, on innovation, supply chain, flexibility, etc. So on one hand, we are the largest of the smaller ones, and we are the smallest of the larger ones. So you could argue that we're stuck in the middle. The way we look at it, and the way we prefer to look at it, is to say it's a unique position to combine that local strength with global reach.
So you refer to combining local strength and global reach. What do you mean with that?
Well, local strength means indeed having strong local empowered teams that are very close to their customers, to the local markets, that understand those specific market requirements, that can offer a great service, can customize the offer to the local needs. Where on the other hand, global reach is more about global know-how, global innovation, global supply chain with its benefits, scale also, etc. What we want to reach is to combine those two benefits to our customers. Do you make sure we can offer that customer proximity, that understanding of the local requirements with great service, with the benefits of global innovation, fast innovation, supply chain and scale, to offer our customers in the end great value for money when it comes to the solutions we offer them.
So you refer to entrepreneurship. This is, I would say, a cultural change. So how do you nurture entrepreneurship in a 100-year-old organization? How do you bring this to life?
I would summarize it in one phrase. It's about think big, start small, and fail or scale fast. And there's two concepts in there. The first thing is think big, start small. I mean, we have to think aspirationally. We have to look at the bigger picture, think ahead, which is important. But then we have to start small. So it's about agile, in an agile way, testing out concepts, small scale, testing, learning, adjusting, etc. So I think that idea of agility, I think, is the first important idea to drive entrepreneurship. The second part, and that's often forgotten, is the scale or fail fast. So if things go well, time matters, so you have to scale very fast. If things do not work well, do not keep trying. So I think very often you see companies or teams trying to keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying. No, if it doesn't work, stop it, but take the learnings. And I always tell our people, embrace failure. Failure can be great. Failure can be celebrated, provided, of course, you've tried hard, and provided you take the learnings, because those learnings will open new avenues of innovation, entrepreneurship going forward. And I've seen great examples of teams that failed, that out of those learnings, you develop new business concepts, new innovation going forward.
And how do you do that? Because indeed, you're right, talent is scarce. There's a focus also on talent retention, but how do you make this transformation happen?
Well, a few elements that we see is that many of those digital transformation projects are very multifunctional. So most of them impact many functions, and it's about making sure indeed that we develop teams and people that can think across functions and that have an holistic view on how things hang together. And it goes again about walking each other's shoes, about working together. It's again an important basis to make that happen. That's number one. To achieve that, of course, diversity in the teams is essential. So it's really about making sure we put teams together with different experience, different backgrounds, different age, different genders, to make sure you have a diverse mix of people that can look at a problem holistically. And the third element, I believe, is again enabling or empowering people to test concepts and to entrepreneurs. It's again the think big, start small, and scale or fail fast concept that we apply to really allow our people to play around, accept failure again, because indeed there's a lot of trying something out and failing, learning and adjusting and correcting. So the same concept, I think, that drives entrepreneurship also for me is a very important element to drive digital transformation.
You focus on diversity, which is indeed a very important topic on a global level. We see it happening. The second element, the first step is of course diversity. The second is inclusion, that people actually have to work together and to make it happen. How do you make sure that your diverse teams actually perform, work together and really deliver results?
I think it's first of all by creating an inclusive environment, so making sure that from a company culture perspective we are inclusive and we are open to everybody, whatever the background, and that's I think that's the basis condition to achieve that. The second part I think is to really stimulate our people to walk in each other's shoes. So try to develop our teams and expose people to look at other functions, to rotate functions and to really make sure they understand the other side. Because that's the basis, I think, to work together. If you do not understand what the challenge is of the other side, it becomes very hard. So finding ways to do that, we call it walking each other's shoes, programs to rotate people, expose people to problems in another area, will in the end develop them to think more holistically on how we can advance the business going forward.
And to actually create the teams you need. Of course, as we all know, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So after, I think it's now 4 years, you've been the CEO of this company. So after 4 years, where are we now? What's the evaluation from your side?
I think we're progressing well, but at the same time, I think we realize, and that's an important aspect, this is a never-ending journey. So I think this is not something to go from A to B. This is something that is an evolution that keeps on going. I think that's, the first step. It's very demanding, so it's also very rewarding. So on one hand, the change we're going through is putting a lot of pressure and asking a lot of effort from all the people involved. But at the same time, I think it's very good to see some of the benefits and the learnings we are taking and how we are evolving as a company. And it's good to see indeed the impact on what we want to achieve. So it's good to see how by doing that, we are increasing our impact on indeed delivering more security, more safety, more comfort or well-being, and more sustainability to public spaces and to our customers and to the citizens in the end. And that's, I think, very rewarding. And I think that's the basis for us to drive both profitable but also sustainable growth. And both are as important for us.
Yeah. So indeed, as you've said, it's a never-ending story. It requires a lot of energy. I mean, so how do you see the next couple of years?
We will continue our journey. And I'm fully convinced that if we stay focused, this will enable us to become the most customer-focused and the most innovative company in our industry globally. And it will allow us to deliver on our mission to bring safety, well-being and sustainability to citizens in public spaces all over the world.
Which is a very nice mission, I think. I wish you all luck for yourself and for Schréder as an organization. Thank you so much for joining us today, Werner.
Thank you, Kristof.
Thank you.